Let's have a look at the learning outcomes of all this exercise that we have done in order to develop the reading skills amongst our learners and students. So the learning outcomes would be that by the end of all that we have discussed and our learners have learned to identify all these features in reading, and the teachers have been able to guide them and supervise them, monitor them, and also assess them. With all this hard work, the first thing that the student, whether coming from the primary school, secondary or higher level, would be that the student would be able to recognize the letters and the words. The student should become friendly to those words. As we say, this is user friendly. Whatever we use, a computer or a telephone, we say it's user friendly. Similarly, it should be user friendly or student friendly. Whatever the student is reading, it has to be recognized by the student as something like a friend. The second thing they would learn by reading is how to spell the word. As long as they are pronouncing it correct, they would get an idea how would they pronounce how would they spell a certain word while pronouncing it and producing the sound of it. Some students are very good at learning the spelling because of the sound. I think it is not a very common practice in the schools in Pakistan to emphasize on the sound of the letters, but in some schools I have seen that the teachers are doing that. So that is an exercise which proves to be very beneficial if from the very beginning we instruct our students and guide them how to produce sounds by the letters, and then the spelling becomes very easy for them because the sound that they produce, they have a link to the letter and they come to spell the word correct. Pronounce them and read them loud. Again, pronunciation becomes very important, not only to pronounce the word correct to make it understandable by the audience or the listener, but also, as I said, pronunciation helps in making the students spell the word correct also, especially when they have an understanding of the sound system of the letters. Read paragraphs and then also have a reference to the context in those paragraphs. The students would be, by doing some silent reading, would be trying to understand the meaning while they are reading. And if they have a problem and they do not understand the difficult words, either they can get help from the dictionary or they can get help from the teacher as the teacher advises, or maybe they can be allowed to do some pair work where they ask each other the meanings of the difficult words and try to understand the paragraph. When I say analyze the text, it is mostly done in the secondary school or the higher education institutions, where the students should be able to analyze the text to say where the verb has been used, where an article has been used, why it has been used, why so much of elision is used in the text. So they have to basically analyze all the features that they identify in a particular paragraph or a particular text and then comment on that. By analyze, I mean they will have a comment on everything that they look for. For example, if there is a question, so they can say the paragraph has a question which is being asked by so and so, and it has been asked for this purpose, so this is how they will analyze. If there is a verb or an adjective used in the paragraph, they will say if there are more adjectives used, the student may analyze it that there are a lot of adjectives used in the paragraph in order to describe things or to describe situations probably. So the student is going to actually look at all the features, the parts of speech, why they are used, why the punctuation is there, why elision is there. So in order to sort of scan the whole thing, the student is going to look for all these text features. Another thing is to collaborate. They will be able to collaborate. They will be able to do the pair work. They would be able to do the group work and then share information amongst each other. There could be new ideas that they are talking about that test. And finally, they would be able to question and answer the text.